Yeah, so guys, I want to focus a lot on things we did in our end. This one in particular, I think, especially at the beginning of the game when we're breaking out, I think getting a lot of touches, everyone getting a lot of touches, passes, quick passes, like hitting people in the corner, whatever the case is, just to get engaged and active at the beginning of the game is super important. And on this play, I just wanted to just highlight, like, especially from defensemen, like if you got your guy center, he's breaking out, just feed it to him. Let's not stretch it at the beginning of the game. Um, just want to get everyone engaged, everyone involved. It's a simple pass it's right in front of you. Just make it, and that's it. Nice and easy. This clip is a good example to build off that point. I think, get engaged quickly. It's hard to get dialed in and, really put in full effort. So here on this shift, um, everyone's kind of lax. We're not slow to get the raw on the puck, but I feel like we're back checking. No one's really getting a guy. Look, they're hustling, and we're just kind of standing there. No one really gets a guy. They could easily take advantage of that. And I think at the beginning of the game, we were probably a little nervous, you know, a little timid. Everyone was kind of um, we're very low energy, right? So I think that could hurt us obviously next game. So we got to definitely get off to a quick start to hammer their point home of simple plays and getting everyone engaged and getting dialed in quickly. Obviously, if that doesn't happen, we could start to make some mistakes that could be costly and stuff that's really simple to correct. So anything in the neutral zone, this one's a quick should be a quick play, right? Get in the neutral zone, just dump it back in, like nothing too fancy, not everything's just simple, right? Especially at the beginning, right? We just want to get our feet under us. Um, Especially when they really brought it to us in the first period and we kind of just weathered the storm. But especially at the beginning, you just want to keep it simple. Um, nothing too fancy and nothing that'll cost us, obviously. Here's a good example of taking that extra second and to look to see what you got. Um, On man rush, Braz is coming in as the high guy. Moser just takes that extra second. He sees Braz, takes that look. So taking that extra second to take that look, see what you got in front of you. Finds Braz. It's not exactly how we wanted the result to be, but still, that's a really, really good opportunity. It's a good chance. So um, that was definitely good. I thought we did a much better job of that this game. I think our offense, we were good and we were hustling, and you see that as the game progresses. Um, this is we get more desperate as well, and the momentum shifts with us toward us. But yeah, I thought our offense was pretty good. It was just really defensive zone, I think, where we gotta really tighten it up. So I think here, definitely got to understand what our defensive assignments are and not chase and just watch the puck. Especially if our defense are going to be pinching and joining the rush and all that. Everyone's got to be eyes and ears for each other. Whose guy do you got? I'm high, I'm low, whatever the case is. Um, and you got to just be aware of, like, okay, is there a guy in front of me? Is there, where am I on the ice? And what is my defensive assignment? Am I a winger? Am I a center? Am I a defenseman? And then think of your assignment accordingly. Obviously, again, this is happening so quick, but um, like if you're a centerman, am I drifting towards the blue line? Okay, that's a bad idea. Am I a defender and I'm behind the net with my other defender? Okay, that means there's one guy in front. There's got to be, especially with these guys, 'cause they'll just throw it in front. They'll just throw it in front of the net. They won't even look. Um, that's that's kind of like their. This is how I like to think of defensive zone coverage. Winger, winger, defense, defense, and then basically this is centerman's responsibility, this whole area. So depending on where the puck is, let's say it's here. Even if, so they'll have one defender, two defender. Someone's going to have the puck. Someone's probably going to be in the slot. And someone's going to be drifting, maybe probably be closer to here. Or, some variation of this, right? So if you're a defender, it's on your side, you get the puck carrier. Okay, it's your responsibility. Centerman, now you have to assess the situation. If and obviously and the weak side defender, you got to assess the situation too. You both are just reading it. If the puck remains on this side, centerman can go to that guy. Okay, then if that happens, then the defense peels and he comes to the center. Or sorry, he comes to the net. You never want to leave the net. You never want to puck watch, right? So let's just say this guy who had the puck and you got D center D. They've been just throwing it to the slot, so which makes it ever more important for the center just to realize, okay, let's not drift too far. Let's pretty much stay in between the net and the corner, net and corner. You always want to be looking, right? But let's just say this guy comes and he starts wheeling this way, and you notice this defender is staying with him. You're obviously, I don't think it's necessary for you to then, once it's behind the net, to peel off and be like, oh no, this is my side, I'm staying on my side. Obviously, it's a quick game. Things are happening very fast, so you don't have to be robotic in that sense. But you have to be mindful. So now, let's say for example, if this guy is coming around the net, he's staying with him. Centerman, you got to realize, okay, now if this guy's behind the net, where's my guy? So this guy could be trailing behind. He could be still here. You got to make your decision. And then defenseman now here, if you notice that he's still sticking with him, now you got to realize, okay, now he's there. This is no longer, my side. And then you got to be filling in to this area. And now you got to say, okay, where's my guy? Who do I got? Who do I got? This is now my responsibility. And he's out here, let's just say it keeps going around the corner, for example. Now that guy's there. He switched, and now centerman, you're gonna go that way, right? And then it's just back and forth. That's just how I look at it. It helps you prevent you from puck watching, and wingers obviously with these guys, even when they are down low, and let's just say we're battling. We got a defender, center, and then another defender, for example. These guys sometimes they'll pinch, right? And they'll leave a guy in like the high slot. So that I'm okay with you as a winger coming down just as support. If you see the puck is in front of you and you know that the defender's not really much of your responsibility, I'm okay with you coming down low, which we started doing towards the end of the game.